Gives it that nice sort of pumping sound as well. Without that, you can hear it's kind of clashing a little bit with the kick. There we go, that's much nicer, not in the way at all. Maybe it's a little bit too much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and edit this sound a little bit more. I've got a bit too much. I've got a bit too much pulse width modulation on there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save. Remember to keep saving as you go along. Now, I'm pretty happy with the sounds there, how they were interacting. The keyboard parts are great. Thanks, David. And the bass is sounding pretty nice. You can hear that the mixes definitely need some work on, but that's what we're going to be working on that in the final episode, which will be the final mixdown. Okay, so now what we're going to do for part 2 of this is actually go in. We've got all our parts, we've got our vocals, which we've done previously. We've actually got everything in there. Now, the reason why I didn't name everything as we were going is because I just wanted to go pure creativity, just throw it all in there, right? At this stage now, before the arrangement, you have to, and I'll state have to, name all your tracks. Now, I know producers, I shan't name anybody, that don't name the tracks, that don't color code them, that just leave them like that. And it's just ridiculous, because when it comes to like going back to the arrangement later on, if you want to tweak it or something, you're not going to know what anything is. So it's very important at this stage to actually go through it all and name everything. So let's go here. Right, top one, ghost track. Ghost track. Bass line. Bass line. I'm actually going to color code them as we go along. Right, okay. Ghost track, I'll color that orange. Bass line, I'm going to colour that brown for bass. FM8, we're not actually using that now, so we can actually get rid of that. Anything you're not using, just get rid of. FM8, get rid of that. Nerve, we've already used that. We've bounced that down. All the parts are there, that's that. Let's have a look at what's this. This is kick drum. Name this quickly. Now, I've actually got an amazing key command here, which is Apple, Alt, and T, which gives the region the same name as the track. Okay, let's colour that. Because it's a drum, I'm going to colour it red. Okay, I'm doing this quickly as possible. That's a clap. Again, it's a drum, I'll colour it red. I'll actually use my amazing key command that I've set up, which is track names to region. Control Apple T. Next one. That's a loop from one of my own tracks called Deviator. Deviate or loop. Okay, again, there we go. It's a loop, so let's colour it red. Next one. Now that's a hi-hat, so hi-hat. I'm going to colour that pink, which is slightly different to red, but it differentiates between drums and hats, high stuff. Next one. Disco loop. Cool, next one. Again, let's quickly remember to do that, colour it as we go along. Next one. That's our guru loop that we've bounced down. Okay, quickly, let's do the little key command there, colour it red. Now this one is, that's the tambourine from earlier, which we bounced down. Now, because it's a tambourine, it's a high sound, so we'll colour it pink. The next one, actually we can get rid of that. We can actually hide these parts. Let's go in and hide them. Let's go in ahead, because we might want to use them later on. These are just our original drums before we put them into Nerve with Mr. Steve Duda. So let's hide them, get them out, get out the arrangement. Now, GM device, we don't need that. We can actually erase it. This is our lead sound. Let's go ahead and call that. So synth. Lead. Okay, and actually we can actually go ahead and colour that blue. I like to colour things blue. Oh, hi-hat, let's make sure we colour part of the hi-hat. Now again, chords, we can keep that as called chords actually. We've got two different patterns, we'll colour those blue. Big SQ, we're not going to use. That's right. Now I think we've actually gone ahead and hid too many tracks. We want these two vocals here, which we can unhide. Okay, so we've got this vocal, which is, let's go ahead and listen to that one. Subatomic Life. There's our Subatomic Life vocal, which we did earlier. It's like an episode of Blue Peter, this, isn't it? There we go. Here's another vocal that I actually did. Atomic. In my Barry White days. Okay, maintain that. Now I always colour vocals yellow. Obviously you can colour things what you want, but it's good to colour things, you know, for instance, the drums are red and the hi-hats are pink, and then we can actually then move all the things around. We know where they are, we know what colour they are just by looking at them on the screen. Okay, so I can shut that down. Make sure you save this. Okay, get rid of everything you don't need. Make the screen a little bit bigger so when we come to the arrangement we can start work. Let's start moving things around. We have a kick drum at the top, followed by the clap. Actually, we'll keep the ghost track at the top, and I'll show you why when it comes to the arrangement. Followed by the clap, followed by the hi-hat, followed by the tambourine. There we go. And then we want the loops next, which is deviator loop. We want the disco loop. We want the guru loop. We know these are all drums. The next one is the bass line. Then we want, after the bass line, we want synths. So we will have synth lead there. And there we go, there's that. And then followed by vocals, big SQ at the bottom we can get rid of. So there you go. We've got all our sounds in. We've created everything we wanted to. We've programmed some synths. We've got some lines. We've got the bass. Everything's interacting with each other. The mix isn't right yet, but it's all there. And at the final stage, before arrangement, I've actually put on my organizational side of my brain to then go ahead and actually file everything into an order that we can recognize by looking at the screen. Okay, for the next episode, we're going to be focusing on the arrangement, and we're going to be coming back to this to put a basic arrangement together, and I'll show you some tips and techniques for doing that. Catch me next time.